Iceland has opened back up for American travelers, so we decided to jump at the opportunity and visit the country before the crowds returned. In this video, we will show you just what it's like to travel to Iceland right now and give you a step-by-step list of the requirements to enter the country and avoid quarantine so you can get straight to exploring.
Good evening, happy travelers. Welcome back to our YouTube channel.
In our last video, we flew from our home in Los Angeles to Boston.
We were exploring a little bit in Boston, which was actually a long layover because now we're going to Iceland.
We recently got vaccinated and Iceland is open to vaccinated Americans.
We're super excited to show you what that experience is like. So we just got through security and the international terminal here in Boston was totally dead. And everything is still closed pretty much here in the terminal. There's not many food options or anything, but there is a lounge open, so we're gonna go up there. Let's do it. I'm super excited about going to this lounge because we haven't been to one in over a year because of COVID, just like we haven't traveled internationally in over a year.
So this lounge has a pretty good spread of food. Everything is in plastic containers though, which I'm sure is just for sanitary reasons right now. I got a small container of charcuterie and a quinoa salad.
I don't think they have food on this flight to Reykjavik due to COVID, so we're gonna stock up beforehand just in case. I'm not a fan of these plastic things, but they've changed their food service, so. Really enjoyed our time in the lounge, but now it's time to go to the gate.
Guess what? We got boarding passes.
We officially got boarding passes. This was also a standby flight, so we didn't know if we were gonna get on. We're officially going to Iceland now.
Yeah, we can't wait.
It's all been kind of up in the air until this point, but boom!
Since leaving home, we've been in 5 different airports to get here, so it's been a long journey.
But tomorrow morning early, we'll be landing in Reykjavik, Iceland. Amazing.
Super stoked.
I am so excited. First international trip in over a year. I'm so happy. I'm getting dizzy now. We're on the plane, which means we're actually going, which is so exciting.
We are officially in Iceland. Our flight last night left at 9 p.m. Boston time. The flight was 5 hours long and we landed at around 6 a.m. Iceland time.
Which is 11 p.m. LA time, so we don't know what's going on.
I think we maybe slept an hour, maybe an hour and a half, so we're both pretty groggy and tired.
Right when we got off the plane, we got into a huge line. It took over an hour to get through the border and get our COVID test, because even if you are vaccinated, you have to get one COVID test when you arrive in Iceland. Before we arrived, we also had to pre-register on the visit.covid.is website, and it generated a barcode for us, much like when we went to Hawaii, which was scanned 3 or 4 times in the lines.
So it was a very long process, very detailed, but I think we're good right now and we're headed to get our bags.
We wanted to break down these steps a little bit further for you because traveling to Iceland is just a little bit complicated right now. Step 1 is to get a negative COVID test 72 hours before your flight. If you are vaccinated or have antibodies from a previous infection, skip this step. You do not need a negative COVID test if you're vaccinated or have antibodies. Step number 2 is to register with your trip information on the visit.covid.is website before departure. This will generate a unique barcode for each traveler that'll be scanned several times on arrival in Iceland, so make sure you either print it out or have it readily available on your phone. Step 3 is to show either your proof of vaccination or proof of antibodies from a previous COVID infection. Airport agents will check this before your departure flight that lands in Iceland. You may travel to Iceland without either of these, but you'll be required to undergo 2 COVID tests with negative results and complete the required 5-day quarantine. After you land in Iceland, the 4th step is to show your barcode a bunch of times and take a required COVID test to enter the country. Download the Reykjavik C19 app in order to receive your test results, which could take up to 24 hours to get. Everyone, regardless of vaccination status, must take this COVID test. Step number 5 is to quarantine in your hotel room until you receive your, hopefully, negative results. For a full list of approved transportation options, visit the Iceland Air link in our description. If you're vaccinated or have antibodies and receive negative results, you're free to explore Iceland. If you're not vaccinated or don't have antibodies, you'll be required to complete a 5-day quarantine and take another COVID test at the end. Once those results come back negative, then you're free to explore. Now let's get back to the vlog.
So right as you exit into Iceland, you come into this gigantic duty-free store. This place is so huge. First of all, they make you put these plastic gloves on when you come in. And Iceland is expensive, especially alcohol. There's a huge tax on it. So the best thing to do is stock up on duty-free before you leave the airport. We don't plan on getting a ton of stuff, maybe a couple bottles of wine. We're gonna be here for 18 days, so that should hold us over. Did you find everything you needed?
I think so. We got 3 bottles of wine, 12-pack of Icelandic beer.
We just made our way through the huge duty-free store, and it's nice because we didn't have to pay tax, but now it's time to get our rental car. We went outside for a few minutes to look for the car rental shuttle, but I guess it's not running right now. Kevin has to walk a little bit to go get the car, and I'm sat here with the luggage, and I'm really glad I'm inside because it's very cold out there. I have layered up. We're both delirious from lack of sleep, and I think we need coffee and food and warmth. We're running on empty right now, so as soon as we get those things, we'll be good. All right, we're moving a little slow, but we got a rental car, and we're finally gonna be on our way to our hotel where we should not go to sleep. Even though Iceland is allowing vaccinated travelers, you still have to take a COVID test upon arrival, and you're supposed to quarantine in your hotel until you get your test results, which they said could take up to 24 hours.
Yeah, they said more likely it's gonna be 5 or 6 hours. We were allowed to get our rental car, but then head straight to the hotel, and we're not supposed to do anything else until we get those negative results.
So that's what we're gonna do. They let us check into our hotel even though it's like 11 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, it's so awesome. Great, yeah. So we're definitely gonna have to take a nap for a couple hours.
Yeah, if I got 2 hours of sleep last night, that is saying a lot.
Yeah, we figured that it's better to take a nap now and be able to stay up till 9 or 10 tonight than to be falling asleep at 4 o'clock this afternoon, so.
We have a super fun, awesome, amazing, big adventure tomorrow that you're not gonna wanna miss. If you've been on social media at all, you probably already know that Iceland has a volcano that is erupting. Lava everywhere, the floor is literally lava.
We actually saw it on the plane ride in. The pilot flew over it for a second. We could see it from the plane. It looks incredible. So tomorrow we are gonna hike out and see that.
Yes, which is a totally normal thing to do here in Iceland, apparently. So we're freaking exhausted and we're gonna take a little snooze and we'll see you in a bit. Hey, happy travelers. The jet lag is real. So we needed to quarantine in our hotel anyway to wait for our COVID-19 test. So we took the opportunity to take a little bit of a nap, which turned into about 3 hours, which made us kind of both really groggy. So we're having a hard time. But we're gonna go walk about 10 minutes and find some coffee at just like a shopping mall and hopefully perk ourselves up for the rest of the night so we can stay up until a decent hour.
When we were sleeping, we both got our negative test results, so we are cleared to leave our room now and enjoy Iceland for the rest of our trip.
Haven't had a drop of coffee today, which is not a good thing. We're staying a little bit outside of Reykjavik. I'd say it's kind of like a suburban area. It was like half as much to stay outside of the city. And we're only here for 2 nights anyway, so we didn't think we'd get much exploring in Reykjavik done. We have some time at the end of the camper van trip, so that's when we'll do our Reykjavik exploring. Okay, we made it to the coffee shop. Desperate need of some caffeine. We walked to a shopping mall. It was the closest coffee shop we could walk to. We figured walking and getting a little exercise would be good for the jet lag. We're both feeling a little rough right now. So far, even though we're just in the suburbs, loving Iceland. Everybody is so freaking nice here. It's so refreshing.
We're on cup number 2, feeling a little bit better.
I feel like a human.
So we spent a little bit of time at the mall and coffee shop. We actually went and picked up a couple other things that we had forgotten. The prices there weren't that bad. It is about 6:30 right now, and we're gonna head our way back to the hotel and try our best to stay up as late as possible tonight.
For dinner tonight, we ended up just picking up a pizza and coming back to the room, eating it here and just relaxing. The jet lag struggle is definitely very real today, but we have made it pretty late into the night. It's about 10 o'clock right now, and I think that's gonna be it for us. Tomorrow we're going to Iceland's newest active volcano, which is just gonna be insane. And then after that, we're gonna be driving the ring road for 2 weeks in a camper van. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Be sure to subscribe. And this is Kevin from the Awkward Tourist. Peace out.
You can feel the heat from right here.
Oh. Also, you have to fill out a form on the website. Visit.
Til að lágmarka smithættu fólk vinsamlegast beðið að halda sig í 2 metra fjarlægð hvert frá öðru.
Come on.
Attention. In order to help prevent the risk of infection, please keep at least 2 meters distance between.
This is the worst part about vlogging in airports.
Okay, I can say that.
Okay.
So,
Are you sure you can?
I don't know, man. It might be tough.